Overtime!
All right, welcome back to Overtime Arcade. I'm Charlie, and this is just a quick video going into the weekend. I wanted to show you a arcade machine that I just picked up. Now, I almost said a new arcade machine. This thing definitely isn't new. It was made 30 years ago, but it's new to me. It's new to my collection, something I just grabbed. And I've actually been getting a lot of requests lately to make pickup videos, showing you the games that I'm picking up and bringing home and how I'm scoring those deals. And I'm happy to do that, so that's what this is. Now, I really like to pride myself on my ability to find really good deals. There's a number of techniques that I've picked up over the years. Some I've gotten from others, a few maybe that I've been able to develop myself, that allow me to get games like these for a really, really great price. A lot of folks, don't think that these things are really attainable, right, at a reasonable price. They think they're, thousands and thousands of dollars. And believe me, I have not spent that kind of money for any of these arcade machines here. Now, pinball machines are a bit of a different story, but we won't be talking about that for now. Anyway, yeah, I've gotten, these games here for a great price. And obviously, one of the biggest ways that you do that is, by willing to buy games that aren't working, right, that are projects that you have to put a little bit of TLC into to get them, back to life, right? But I know, the concern about price and, being intimidated by working on these things prevents a lot of people from taking the plunge and trying to grab these things, right? And, that leads some folks to consider alternatives, whether it's emulation, like MAME or something else, or, maybe buying a newer reproduction cabinet that's kind of designed for home use. And I think most people would agree that those things are okay, but they really don't truly recreate the authentic experience of an original, coin-operated vintage arcade machine like these here, right? But again, most people don't think it's really realistic or possible for them to do that. And one of the things that that I'm trying to do with this channel, one of my goals for this channel is to, disavow people of those beliefs, right? And convince them that, yeah, these things really can be something that you can obtain, that you can get. And, there's a bunch of, like I said, these tricks and techniques that I've developed over the years that I'm happy to share with folks, right? If that's something you'd be interested in, doing a quick little video, quick episode, just sort of explaining my techniques for scoring these deals, let me know. I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, I'm trying to, show people that it's possible. Anyway, right? So this game that I'm going to show you today is one that I've actually kind of wanted for a while, right? It's a bit different than the classics that I have down here. So it's a game from the 90s. It's a JAMA game, and I know I typically say that I don't tend to gravitate towards JAMA. I like the golden age stuff, like what you see here. But anyway, this is a game that's kind of special to me. If you can sort of figure out the connection between this game and the channel and Overtime Arcade, if you can figure that out, leave me a comment down below with what your guess is. But anyway, I've wanted, and I guess I've said it, an NBA Jam for a while now, right? I've wanted an NBA Jam. And one recently popped up for sale on Craigslist. It was actually located, really kind of close to my office at work, which was kind of cool. I've never gotten one from there before. But, the original asking price was a bit higher than what I really wanted to spend on it. It was okay. It wasn't a bad deal. But it wasn't a great deal. And the cabinet looked like it was in pretty good condition, with the exception of the listing said that the monitor recently stopped working, right? And that's going to scare a lot of people off, right? If you've never worked on one of these things, you might not know that it's even possible to fix things like that, right? You might think that they're just dead and you got to replace them with some sort of LCD or whatever, right? So that's going to scare people off. And also, this cabinet, the types of monitors that came with it, there were a few different kinds, sort of a normal 25-inch, it's a 25-inch monitor, a normal sort of 25-inch, Wells Gardner K7000, right? Hopefully that's what this thing has. There's also the possibility that it has a K7000A. So the K7000A was a variant of the K7000, And actually, Wells Gardner contracted out the manufacturing to Zenith in the early 90s to, handle the influx of demand for arcade monitors, with new games like NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, sort of a resurgence of the arcade. They couldn't handle the demand, so they outsourced some of the manufacturing to Zenith. And those K7000A models built by Zenith are okay, and they're mostly the same as a regular K7000, but one big difference is they used a proprietary flyback that was unique to Zenith. And when those things go bad, you can't find replacements anymore. There's no more new old stock. There's no modern reproduction. So if the K7000A flyback goes bad, you're sort of out of luck, and you've either got to find a new monitor or at least a new chassis to match to that tube. So we're gonna go pick up this game. We're going to cross our fingers that it, well, one, we hope that it has a regular K7000 monitor or something else entirely. And hopefully if it's a K7000, hopefully it doesn't have a K7000A. And if it's got the A variant, well, we hope that it's not the flyback that's preventing this monitor from working. So anyway, like I was saying, the original price was okay. It was originally listed for $700, which is a decent deal, but not a smoking hot deal. And I was thinking about it, and I sort of kept an eye on this listing. I sort of had it, added it to my saved items, and over time it dropped down a little bit, first to 500, and that's a little bit better, right? Obviously. And the other day it went down to 300 bucks as the asking price. And that's probably what I would have offered as my initial offer, to the seller in a negotiation. So I hopped right on that. I immediately contacted the seller as soon as I saw that it was down to 300. And it's time for me to go pick it up. Let me show you the listing right here. I'll pop this into the video. I'll add this in editing. So this is what the listing looks like. Like I said, currently available for $300. Looks like it's in good condition. Like the description says, the monitor recently quit working, but overall looks to be pretty nice, right? Looks like the side art's probably a little faded a little bit. Control panel's probably been beaten on. We might need to address that, but overall, this thing looks really nice. So yeah, I'm excited to pick this up. So why don't we head out to the car, hop on the road, and go get a $300 NBA Jam. All right, here's the NBA Jam I just picked up. We're gonna get this loaded into the truck. I'm sorry, but I forgot my gimbal and my microphone, so hopefully this isn't making you seasick, and hopefully you can hear me, but I think we're in good shape. I'm gonna try taking the whole control panel box off the cabinet, unbolting it, again, just to make it lighter. And I'm gonna see if I can take this monitor out, but it's a big 25-inch. It comes out from the front. Inside looks okay. It's a Zenith tube. Let's see. What does that say? 25K, 7197. So I don't know if this is the A model, the K7000A with the irreplaceable flyback, but we'll figure out some way to get this working. Yeah, I think I'll probably take the whole tray with the circuit board and everything out. Again, to make it lighter, protect it a bit. But all in all, I think we're in good shape. This side's a bit faded. Not too worried about that. Might have to replace the plexi over the control panel overlay. It's a bit cracked up, but we'll get this cleaned up. And yeah, let me load this up into the truck, and then we'll hit the road. Okay, we're all loaded up and ready to go. I did end up taking the monitor out. That's in the back of the truck. Got the glass back there. Control panel is off. And circuit board's back there on its tray. I don't love the fact that it's exposed, but I didn't bring any anti-static bags, so that's gonna have to go for now. Cabinet's nice and secure, and I think we're good to go. Keep your fingers crossed. I don't think any of those EEPROMs have windows on them. I want to keep those out of the sun, but I think we're in good shape, so let's hit the road. All right, we made it home safe and sound. So let's get this sucker unloaded. All right, here we go. Got everything in the garage, and I think we are in pretty good shape. Here's the PCB, the main game board is right there. I believe that's the sound board. It's got sound ROMs on it. Obviously a switching power supply. It's a JAMA Plus, right? So there's the normal JAMA edge connector plus a bunch of additional wires for the player 3 and player 4, I believe. And I think we're in pretty good shape. One of the pins here is bent right there, but we'll fix that. And yeah, I think we're in good shape. One of these EEPROMs does have the window exposed, so hopefully the sunlight in the car ride home did not erase that. Otherwise, I'll need a new, what is that, U17? No, UG17 NBA Jam game ROM, but should be okay there. Some various parts here, 2 coin buckets. This is the door for the game panel or tray, whatever you want to call it. This is the retaining bracket for the bezel. Got the monitor right here, 25-inch K7000. Again, I'm going to look into this a little bit and see if it's the one that has all the issues with the flyback, the K7000A, I believe. That's one to avoid. So hopefully we're not dealing with a flyback issue there. That can't be replaced. We'd have to find a new chassis for that monitor, but tube looks to me in pretty good shape. I can't sort of see any noticeable burn, which is nice. Here's the control panel box. I removed that just to make everything lighter. That looks pretty good. Like I said, we'll clean up the plexi for sure, possibly replace it. There's a crack or two in it. But all in all, not bad for 300 bucks. So I'm very happy with this. I think in a future video, we'll see what's going on with the monitor, see if we can get that working again. We'll get everything sorted out, and hopefully we'll have a pretty easy project, knock on wood, to get this NBA Jam back to playing condition. So yeah, I think that'll do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed seeing the NBA Jam pickup. As always, thanks for watching Overtime Arcade. I'm Charlie, and I'll see you next time.
Overtime!